My name is Selina Brown, it's January 30th, and this is my introductory speech. Imagine having to learn simple everyday tasks all over again, having the ability to do those things taken away from you in a matter of seconds. Imagine going through your everyday business and all of a sudden you find yourself on the floor, staring up at the ceiling, unable to move. The thoughts and feelings rushing through your head are terrifying because you don't know what just happened. In December of 2008, my grandpa went through this traumatic event due to a stroke. As he fell to the ground, he was able to grab his phone and call his neighbor, who just so happened to be a nurse. When she reached his house, he was unconscious on the floor. When he woke up in the hospital later that day, we learned that he was now paralyzed on the left side of his body. The doctors told him it would be very unlikely for him to walk again, and if he was, it was going to take months, maybe even years of physical therapy. My grandpa was a very influential person in my life, and I see him in myself daily. He's my inspiration and my personal hero. We share common characteristics such as being persistent, selfless, and having a compassionate personality. I would like to begin with telling you all how persistent my grandpa was. He was determined to walk again as soon as he possibly could, even though the doctors told him it would take months, maybe even years. He had a goal set for himself and nothing was going to slow him down. I'm the same way. When I have something to accomplish, I want to get it done as soon as I possibly can. I push myself until I get the results I want. My grandfather and I are probably the most stubborn people you will ever meet. If someone tells us we can't or won't be able to do something, it just makes us want to do it that much more. I watched him struggle with so many simple tasks due to his stroke, and all he wanted to do was walk again. When the doctors finally told him it was impossible for him to do that, all he wanted to do was prove them wrong. He would get me to help him with his exercises every time I was with him, and he would be so excited just to show me the movement he was getting back, even if it was very little. His determination and positive attitude has inspired me and impacted my life. When something doesn't go as planned, I never let that stop me. I never let that get me down from getting what I want. Because of him, I've learned to never stop trying, to never give up on something. If you are persistent and determined to accomplish any goals you have set for yourself, you will eventually reach them. Next, I would like to tell you about how selfless my grandpa was. Before his stroke, he lived on the lake, so every day he was outside working on his house or his yard. He would even go around and help his neighbors out with their yard work, just to be nice. He was always willing to go out of the way to do anything for anyone. My grandpa was someone who loved to make other people happy. That's something I got from him. I love to help others out in any way that I possibly can just to make their day a little better. He made me see the good in everyone, and he taught me to show my friends how much I care about them, even if it was in the smallest ways. Lastly, I would like to tell you about my grandpa's compassionate personality. He was the most loving, caring, and friendly guy you would ever meet. These are also traits that I share with him. He's always there for his friends and family. They always knew that he was there if you needed someone to talk to. I'm the same way with my friends and family. They know I'm always going to be here for them whenever they want, whenever they need me, and I'll be willing to go out of my way to help them with anything they need. After my grandpa had his stroke, the whole community was there for him, as well as his friends and family. They were giving back to him for all the nice things he had done for them. He never took his friends or anything in his life for granted. His life was filled with happiness due to his compassionate personality. I hope to endure as much happiness in my life as my grandpa did through being compassionate towards others and showing people around me that I care. My grandpa fought for 4 long years. He went to physical therapy sessions every single week. Through physical therapy, he was able to regain strength in his left arm, and he was able to speak clearly. Though he passed these milestones, he never fully recuperated. On November in 2012, my grandpa took his last breath. He put up a fight and never gave up as he battled the obstacles in his way, which is why he's my hero. Although he is not physically here with me anymore, he lives within me daily, displayed by my persistent selflessness and compassionate personality.